Do you ever feel like your potential for impact is limited? Or do you ever feel like your actions don't make a big enough difference in the world? Are you wondering how you can take your unique gifts and superpowers and really create positive and lasting change in the world, even if it's in the smallest ways? But what if I told you that the key to making massive impact in your world and to those around you isn't grand gestures, it's actually small intentional actions that you can take every single day. And so that's what I want to share with you today is how the small actions, when you do them with intentionality and it's aligned with your gifts, that you can create a powerful ripple effect that leads to massive change. Now, before we dive into that, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, make sure you like this video, leave your comments along the way. Of course, a really big thing you could do is that you could share this with someone else who needs it. You can also check us out at thegivermethod.com if you want to sign up for our newsletter or get onto our list ahead of time for when the book, The Giver Method, is released. You can receive updates about that. Now, my name is Jake Talbert, and I'm the founder and chief giver over here at The Giver Method and Impact Makers. If you're new here, let me just give you a quick intro, lay of the land, who we are, what we do, things like that. The Giver Method is all about, it's an acronym, and it's all about taking people's gifts and their superpowers and identifying the right people to create influence on that is intentional and impactful. How to create value using those gifts and superpowers that is so vivid and clear to people that each engagement, interaction, discussion becomes more eager and effective. And the outcome is that you are able to make that greater impact. You're able to step into who it is that you're meant to be. You're able to, one of the big ones we talk about, which is the R in Giver, which is you're able to have get relationship riches, which is that deeper, more meaningful connection with those around you. And what I found is that those who identify their gifts and superpowers and they give them out to make an impact without expecting anything in return, the universe has a way of paying them back. Now, it may not be every single time, but I've seen it happen too many times where that's the case. So I want to invite you to step into who it is that you can become. I want to invite you to step into what the universe is waiting for you to do so that you can make that impact and it can start paying you back. The thing to understand that is if you are wanting to create a positive impact, it has to start with you. And so we're going to dive into how these small intentional actions driven by your unique abilities, gifts, superpowers, whatever you want to call them, will create this ripple effect that spreads positivity, it spreads growth, and it will create change beyond what you could possibly imagine. Now, each of these actions, items, ways, whatever we want to call it, is centered around tapping into your unique gifts and superpowers to inspire change and uplift others. So make sure that you've at least taken some time to think about what is the gifts and superpowers that you have that you can give to others. Along the way, I'm not going to give you the way, what the thing is, but I'm also going to have action items that I'm going to give you that you could go do today, this week, this month, whatever that may look like. So you may want to get out a piece of paper so that you can be jotting down some notes and kind of getting some ideas of the action items you're going to go and implement in order to start making that greater impact. The first way that you create this ripple effect is by sharing your knowledge and expertise. This is where your unique gifts and superpowers are really going to shine. If you think about it, you have a wealth of knowledge and experience that others can benefit from. Your gifts and superpowers are unique to you. No one else has them in the way that you have them. And so you're the only person that can create that value utilizing them. These superpowers, it could be anything like maybe you're great at solving complex problems or figuring out the complex thing. Maybe your superpower is empathy, active listening, bringing people together, creating a culture within a business environment, whatever that thing may be. Whatever that looks like, sharing it can empower others and create a chain reaction of learning and growth. Every time you share what you know, it's going to spark curiosity, it's going to inspire action. It could potentially lead to someone else having a breakthrough or even you having a breakthrough. So if you think about all of the times that someone shared valuable pieces of advice, insight, or expertise with you that maybe changed your perspective, you have the power to do that for others as well. Some action steps for this one is going to be today, share a tip, a resource, a thing, something with a friend, family member, maybe someone at work. This week, maybe take some time to write out what that could look like if you wanted to make a greater impact using your gifts and superpowers, and then find the ways throughout the rest of the week and throughout this month that you could be very intentional with how you're doing that. Because remember that when you share that expertise, you're not just helping the other person, but you're potentially impacting everyone that they're going to interact with as well. That is truly the power of the ripple effect. The second way to create a ripple effect, to have this greater impact, is through random acts of kindness. Now, this is where you want to, no matter what, if you want to be a giver, you have to develop the technique, the skill, the gift, whatever it may be, of empathy and compassion. And this is where you're going to utilize it to make a real difference. Kindness is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways that you can create ripple effect. Small acts of kindness, even, like, they can brighten people's days. They can inspire others. It can inspire others to pass it on to others. It can create that chain reaction of positivity. I don't know if you know this, but kindness is contagious. When people experience kindness, they are more likely to be kind to others. Even small gestures, like a compliment, a smile, that could impact people's days, and it could influence how they interact with others, which could totally change the trajectory of their lives. So some action items here are going to be that today, go perform some sort of random act of kindness, hold the door for someone, offer a compliment, give people sincere attention, listen to them, smile, nod, make sure that they feel heard and valued. Like this week, maybe identify some ways that you could help others unexpectedly. Maybe there's some smaller things you could do. Maybe there's some bigger things you could do. And this month, honestly, find the ways that you could help to encourage others to start performing random acts of kindness. That could be through social media, through some sort of a networking group, through your family, friends, whatever that may look like. Remember that these small acts of kindness can have really big impact on people, not just for the recipient, but for everyone else who witnesses it, hears about it, or the fact that those people will show up differently in their own worlds, and that, once again, having that impact we're looking for. The third way is that you want to start to step into this idea of being a role model, or by leading by example. Now, if you are working on superpowers and things like that, one of the things that you have to really focus down on is authenticity and integrity that comes into play. These are really important when you're becoming a giver. When we truly embody the change that we want to see, we inspire others to do the same. Your actions, no matter how small, can set a powerful example for others to follow. Conversely, any sort of a negative thing that may happen could have negative impact that really detracts from the impact you're trying to make. So being a role model, it's not about being perfect, but it's about being authentic and being intentional with your actions. And when you demonstrate integrity, kindness, and perseverance, you can create a blueprint that others can start to model themselves after. The action items here are going to be, like today, just reflect on one behavior that you'd like to model and see others start to follow, and then commit to that thing. You could start later on this week. You could share stories of challenges you overcame, how it shaped your actions. You could choose any area that fits within that and make that commitment that you're going to start working to change that for not only yourself, but others around you, and share your journey along the way. Because the big thing is that people are always watching. They learn from example, even when you don't think that they are, or even if you're not aware, they are watching. And by consistently living your values and your purpose and having it show up in a way that you want to be a role model, you can create that continued ripple effect for positive change. The fourth way is that you can foster creating a community and connection. This is where a gift of bringing people together can create some massive impact. So strong communities provide support, connection, a sense of belonging. They help build you up when you're down. They help, celebrate the wins when you're there. So when we connect with others who share our values and goals, our individual actions can combine to create a much more massive impact. Connections and community and networking, they can create these spaces of collaboration for growth that create shared experiences and shared emotions. It amplifies the impact of one individual and makes those actions be so much stronger. A strong community provides that support network, and it can elevate everyone around. The action steps here are going to be that you want to reach out to someone who shares the same passion to make a difference as you, and find the ways that, just start connecting with them, coordinating with them, talking. It could be that today it's just making the connection. It could be that throughout this week, throughout this month, you work with them to collaborate, to identify the ways that you could work together in order to try and make the difference you're trying to make. Now, remember, every connection you facilitate can lead to new opportunities. So collaborations and impact that, you might not have happened otherwise. And so that's a path that you're going to want to walk down so you can create those new opportunities. Once again, the universe possibly paying you back. The fifth way that we create that impact and this ripple effect is that we start to cultivate, we start to always have a positive mindset. this is where you can develop the superpower of optimism and be resilient with that, and it will truly shine for people. A positive mindset doesn't just change your life. Once again, kind of like kindness, the positivity is infectious. It's contagious. People are drawn to it. So when you're positive, it will radiate outwards, creating this atmosphere where others feel like they can be optimistic. They're more engaged. They're more motivated. Of course, practicing things like gratitude and mindfulness, positive affirmations, shifting your own mindset and energy, that's going to help you to influence those who are around you in that same way. You positively can help others through their challenges and help them see their challenges as opportunities, and that, setbacks are just a way to set you up for a comeback. The action items that are going to be involved with this one is going to be things like start practicing some sort of mindfulness technique routine daily. Develop some sort of positive affirmations or things you do that help you get into that positive energy that you need to have so you can go out and have that positive mindset. Maybe start keeping some sort of a journal. We're all about journaling, that you can reflect on what are the things that I've done that had an impact. What are those moments where I showed up in that positive thing and I saw the change in people? Or what are the ways that I could do that moving forward based off what I've seen now? And really just pay attention to the effects that are coming from that. Your attitude, no matter good, bad, positive, negative, whatever it may be, it is contagious. And by maintaining a positive mindset, you're going to influence those around you, leading to this chain reaction of positivity that could happen within your home, within your family, within your network of friends, within your work, whatever that may be. The sixth way, we've only got 6 and 7 left, so bear with me. The sixth way is by offering encouragement and support. Now, this is, once again, where we're going to bring in things like empathy, but you want to have the ability to uplift others so that they too can make a significant change. So this is going to be a big difference for them. Encouragement might seem like a small thing, but it really has a massive impact. When you support others, especially during challenging times, you can uplift and inspire them to keep going. I recently got a text message from someone close to me, and it was one of the most encouraging, supporting text messages of just, hey, I see what you've been doing. I love what you're doing through work. I love what you're doing through giver method stuff. I love what you're doing through, it's one of those things that just builds you up. And so it can keep you going, whether it be in a challenging time, or it builds you up and makes you feel good about yourself even when times are good. Encouragement is always going to boost morale. It's going to help others to see what their true potential can be. And when people feel supported, they're way more likely to take positive actions. The support you offer can create a sense of community. It can create some belonging, which also encourages others to do the same. Your action steps here is going to be to, today, send a message of encouragement to someone, to a family member, a friend, a colleague, whatever that may be. Write out a note. Maybe it's an email, maybe it's a text, and find the way that you could boost them, that you can build them up with encouragement. Because remember, your words of encouragement might be the thing that someone needs. Like, it might be the push they need to take the leap to try something new, or to make it through a challenge, or whatever that may look like. So utilize this to your best ability and encourage everyone around you so that they are continuing to make that positive change. The seventh way is that you take your gifts and your superpowers, and we're going to start utilizing them in another way for problem solving, for innovation that you could do to make a real impact. By channeling your gifts and superpowers into creativity, into the projects that you serve, that you're using to serve others, you can create ripples of positive change that are going to extend far beyond your immediate circle. Your action item here is going to be to take and identify with your gifts and superpowers how you can creatively problem solve, how you can help people work through the different things that they may need, and find those ways that you could then give it to others. Now remember, if you really get creative with it, you can find a way to make an impact on a much broader scale to a much broader audience. Spreading your message, the values you have, like, it can truly make that change, whether it be in your personal life or your professional life. Always remember that harnessing this, creating this ripple effect, this impact, whatever it may be, it is about consistency and intention. It's not about doing everything, but about doing something, no matter what it is, small as it could be, every single day, with the awareness that it has a potential impact and that your goal is to make that a positive impact. By your knowledge of practicing kindness, taking your gifts and superpowers and leading by example, fostering a community, a network, whatever that may be, creating that positive mindset that you could have, offering encouragement, and using your gifts to find the ways to creatively solve people's problems, you're creating these ripples. And these ripples, it creates a change far beyond your immediate sphere. Like, you can never underestimate the power of your small actions. Every kind word, every helpful deed, every positive choice that you make has that ripple out into the world, creating change in ways that you will never truly understand. And you have to realize that you have the power to make a difference. It's right in front of you. You just need to start taking these actions, and you start doing that today. And as you do so, you start stepping into who it is that you're meant to be. Now, amongst all this, you need to believe in yourself. I believe in you. I believe that you can step into who it is you're meant to be and make that bigger change, that bigger impact, and create these relationships, these deeper connections, invite the universe to pay you back. I believe that you can do that if you just take the time to make those small changes and implement small actions daily. If you really want to find out ways to amplify your ability to make a ripple effect, then you should go to thegivermethod.com and sign up for our newsletter. You could check out our blog posts on there. You could join the update list for when the book The Giver Method comes out. These are all ways that you could start to receive more information about how you could continue to develop your gifts and superpowers to make that greater impact. So once again, you can go to thegivermethod.com. There's all sorts of places where you can sign up to join the newsletter list or to receive updates. Like, don't miss out on this. You have the ability to start creating an impact today, and you have the ability to start creating the impact you were meant to make and that you were born to make. It just takes the small little steps that need to start today. So once again, check us out at thegivermethod.com. If you didn't already, once again, subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment anything you thought along the way, share it with someone who may need it. If you want, you can find us on TikTok, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, any of those places to check out more details about us. Until next time, keep growing, keep giving, keep making a difference and trying to make an impact in your world. I believe in you. It's time for you to believe in you. Have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you in the next video.